Hey everybody, welcome to the gold medal game of the 2026 World Championship on the IIHF live show, coming live and direct from Zurich as we get ready for Switzerland against Finland. There's already been a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence today with Norway winning a bronze medal, beating Canada in overtime. But Switzerland's waiting to do something they've never done before as well. We have the home Swiss trying to win a gold for the first time in the history of the country, going up against Finland, who are always so tough to play against. Haven't won a medal for the last 3 World Championships. You know they are more than happy to play spoiler to what is supposed to be the greatest party hockey has ever kicked off in this country. And that's been a big part of this story. The home team has been perfect throughout. 9-0. Switzerland leads the tournament in goals against, in power play, in penalty kill. They have the leading scorer. They have the leading defensive scorer. They have the best goaltender. They have done it all. But they've been here before. They've lost the last 2 World Championships and gotten silver. So a gold is not a guarantee, especially when they're going up against Finland, a team that gave them their closest game in the round robin. So now we get a rematch. The 2 best teams in the tournament for gold. Switzerland trying to do it at home.
So for the 3rd straight year, Switzerland will play for gold. Will be on home ice.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We got to be grateful already to be where we are. And
this is what everybody here, and me included, has dreamed of our whole life, to play the final. So here we are.
Shot scored!
They played a great tournament. Haven't lost a game yet, but I think it was a really tight game last time, and yeah, they better be ready.
And the chance for Barkov, and he shoots and scores. Throws it through, they score.
We're going to play our game, and maybe all the stars will be with us.
it's just unbelievable with the fans, and the energy around our team was just great.
For the line, quick shot, score! Jäger! His scores!
Yeah, and there's 60 minutes of hockey to be played.
One last game, we're going to put everything on the line.
Stars are aligning, no doubt, as we are once again joined by my favorite co-host, Reagan Rust, former collegiate player, former coach, social media, analyst, you name it, you do it. You've been around hockey your whole life. I've been around hockey my whole life. I've played in World Championships. I've played in the NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs. We both played in college. This rink, these fans are unlike anything I have ever experienced in my life. Have you ever been around an arena this energetic for a home team?
No, literally never. So this is pretty unbelievable. I was even in the fan zone earlier today, and to see those fans dancing on the tables before noon was insane. They are excited for this game. All they could do was talk about how they want Switzerland to bring it home. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
They've been getting ready for about 8 hours outside, having fun in the fan zone, prepping for this game. The question is, will Switzerland feel positive energy, or will they feel pressure? And trying to find a balance there where you're not feeling the pressure from this enormous wave that is palpable. Whether you're Swiss or not, it doesn't matter. You can feel it in the city, around the rink, inside the building. And you have to be mindful not to let it get you nervous. Mm-hmm. You want it to get you energized. They've done a great job so far, but that would be something I would probably want to talk to if I was a coach.
Yeah, they honestly yesterday started out a little quiet, way more quiet than I had seen them the entire time. And so I think once they got that 1 goal in, they're like, okay, we can breathe now. And then they started their chants. Everybody started standing up. It was going on for 5 minutes. And I was saying this before, but they have that chant from Tornero. That's the song back from 1975. It's I Will Be Back. So anytime it seems like there's a lull in the game, they start singing that and everybody gets up. Nobody's sitting down when that song comes on.
Perfect segue. I will be back. Switzerland is back again in the gold medal game. 3rd straight year Switzerland will play for gold. They've lost the previous 2. Is that good experience or bad scar tissue?
It's however you want to look at it.
How would you look at it?
As a coach, I would say this is our time now. This is at home. We're in Switzerland. All of our fans are here. I don't see really any blue behind us right now. So This is the time, if any, to get the job done.
Talking to the Swiss players and the coach, they've referenced staying in the moment, focusing on the task at hand and not the end result. But the other thing they talked about was not being passive. Trusting that they can go play, not try to keep the game close, not try to not make a mistake, but just go and play fast, aggressive, bold, the same way they have all tournament long that has made them by far the best team in this tournament. I do think there is something that they can learn from those 2 gold medal defeats in the last couple seasons and be different this year collectively as a team, but also with the help of the crowd. Now, it's not just the first time these two teams have played each other. They played each other in the round robin in what was the closest game for Switzerland in the round robin, 3-2 with an empty netter, making it 4-2. You were at that game. You watched that game. What do you remember about that game that was both teams' tightest to so far?
I think Finland was dominating in the beginning, which was interesting because then finally Switzerland scored the first 2 goals, but all of a sudden Finland started to creep back. They got 1, they got 2. It was tied 2-2. And then we had a power play goal by Switzerland, unbelievable. Then we also had the 4th goal, I think it was by Hershier, it was the empty net. So they were playing pretty good. They played super defensively through that 3rd period and didn't let anything up.
It was 2-0 Switzerland, and then Alexander Barkov went to work. 2 quick ones in about a couple minutes to tie things right back up and made it stickier for Switzerland than they had seen at this point. And I think that's probably what we should expect in the game tonight, where it'll be back and forth. Finland is very resilient. They have a lot of very good defensive players, and they're well equipped, or about as well equipped as any team in this tournament, to try to counteract what Switzerland does so well, which is wave after wave of attack, lots of motion in the offensive zone, lots of defensive activity. They've seen it before, and they did a pretty good job with it in this round-robin game. But you're right, it was Jäger with his second power play late in the 3rd. Just 3 minutes left as the power play, as we mentioned, best in tournament, came through for them when they needed it. And that's what's maybe the difference in this game, too, special teams. But I think both teams will take confidence out of that game. Switzerland will say, we played and we beat them. We've taken it. But Finland would say, we were the closest. If we weren't at our very best, we can be just a hair better than that. We'll be right into this tournament. So you'll think about this game, that's sort of the big picture. But as far as this actual gold medal game, got to start in net for Switzerland. Leonardo Giannoni, his goals against is half, 0.5, 0.5. It seems absurd to say that in a gold medal game. 38 years young, still kicking in the Swiss league. Does his experience, he's been to so many world championships, does it help him in this most important game?
He's definitely lived a full life. That's what I will say.
Touche.
Yes,
Touche.
but I honestly think even from last year, he's what held them in that game. And it was 0-0 going into overtime, and he crushed it for them. And obviously now that they've got the overtime experience, they're ready for it if it comes. But hopefully, if he plays his best like he has been this entire tournament, they won't have any issue.
What's interesting, he hasn't really had to be the difference maker. He hasn't had to win a game or keep Switzerland in a game because Swiss have been so dominant. But maybe there will be stretches in this game where he will have to be the best player on the ice for a 5 or 10 minute stretch to keep the game scoreless or something in that way. So we'll watch out for him. You know he wants it. He's getting towards the tail end of his career. He's seen the growth of Swiss hockey from where it was to where it is now, one of the best countries in the world, and he wants to cap it off with a gold medal. So he's been brilliant, but we'll say this a lot. He's done this before and then stumbled at the very end. Nico Hischier, he's also been here before. He's won silver medals for Switzerland. A quiet star player. You think of Hischier, you might think one of the best defensive forwards in the world. But oh yeah, he's got 11 points and 5 goals, and he's an offensive juggernaut and leads the team in power plays. Is he a smaller answer to Barkov, a similar kind of two-way player that could affect the game in both directions for Switzerland?
They are very similar, and I was actually noticing that when I was watching some of their play. I'm like, wow, they are both two-way players. They are all over the ice. They play in every single situation. No matter where they are, they can get the job done. And even Nico being put out to take that face-off, he is so trusted all over the ice, and I think that's what the most important piece of it is here.
He's been the captain of Switzerland before at a very young age in this tournament, so it shows how much the coaches and the other players trust and respect him and his game. And these are the kind of games you expect him to be good at because it's going to be tight, it's going to be physical, all the stuff that he thrives in. As well as Timo Meier. Welcome back, Timo Meier. He missed the semifinals with a suspension for a knee-on-knee on Oscar Sundqvist in the quarterfinal. He's having a tremendous tournament. He was named in street clothes one of the top 3 players for Switzerland after their semifinals. He's been that good. What does getting him back in the lineup do for the Swiss?
I think it gives Nico a little bit more confidence. I think all of the lines, honestly, when I went through all of them, they can all score. I don't think there's any pressure for Nico to be the sole scorer in this situation here. They're 4 lines deep. They're going to be able to move the puck. But I think having Meyer back is going to help Nico a lot.
And the one thing Finland makes you do is beat them physically. They're a hard team to play against because they're strong, they're in position. But the one thing Timo Meyer can do is he can run over you physically. He is maybe the most abrasive Swiss forward. He's got that size speed conversation, which sometimes goes wrong for suspensions, but he can do it, and this is the kind of game where his specific skill set will be at a premium. So watch out for him and Hischier together, playing Jersey together, playing Switzerland together to make an impact in this game. One guy we know is going to make an impact is the captain, Roman Josi, who is clearly a fan favorite everywhere you go. Everyone's talking about Roman Josi. He's a tremendous defender. But on this team, the way he adds to the attack, he's got 12 points, he got 5 goals, he had a hat trick in one of the games. Does he have to be mindful as a defenseman of not chasing offense too much and letting the game come to him because Finland is so tight defensively?
I think he's going to play it a little bit more safe today. I think he's going to trust his forwards to do the work, do the hard work, and when he sees the time to join the rush, he's going to jump in. But besides that, he's going to make sure to get off the wall, stick on pucks, throw the body down low. He's going to do everything that he needs to do in order to get this win tonight.
I mean, for a defenseman to throw down a natural hat trick in this tournament is so impressive. And watching him play, whether it's internationally or in the NHL, he's such a tough cover because he is so active. As a winger, if that's your assignment, you have to know he's diving down behind the net. Do you chase him behind the net? Do you switch off? He forces defenders and the defensive scheme to make decisions. And the last thing you want to have to do in your own end is to make too many decisions. It slows you down. Occasionally, there's a miscommunication. There's chances can occur from it. So watch out for him to be all over the ice whenever he's out there, but especially when he's out there with Sven Andrighetto, the tournament leader in points heading into the gold medal game. I guess can only be caught by his teammates because they're all right behind him. Macklin Celebrini doesn't have any more games. What makes him such a great international scorer? He played a little bit in the NHL, scored a bit, but not at a high rate. Scores a bunch when he plays for Zurich here in the Swiss League. But what about when he plays for Switzerland makes him so great in this tournament?
He's calm, cool, and collected. He walked by me this morning at breakfast, and I was like, hey. He's like, how you doing? Walked by, so calm. I'm like, I wish I was that calm, vying for a championship tonight. But I think with his playing style, he just knows how to find the sweet spots. He will bury those in-front goals. He'll get rebounds. He will be able to snipe too, and he's a playmaker. He doesn't just have to score the goals. He can also set his teammates up, and that's what makes him a real threat.
And his tremendous chemistry with Dennis Mulligan. They play together in their club team in Zurich. They play together in the same line in this group. And it tells you a little something that they often out there on the first power play. We just talked about Hischier and Meyer, and these NHL superstars are on Switzerland. And these two guys go out there together for PP1. Tells you how good they are, and the way that they can work it around on the power play makes them even more dangerous with that built-in chemistry. So Switzerland has it all going for them. They could not be more confident, could not feel better about where their game's at heading in to the gold medal game with a chance to win their first ever gold on home soil. But they have a very tough opponent. And we know this, so many great players, including Mikael Granlund, Team Finland.
The first year you won the title and you had a huge contribution in the semifinals. Many people still talk about that goal.
It was so long ago, I can't remember anymore.
You can't?
No, it was awesome. It was, I guess, a nice goal, but at the same time, we won the World Championships, and that was something I will remember forever. How proud the whole country was, and that's hopefully we can do something like that again. And I grew up watching every single World Championships, probably every single national team game. It's in my blood, you know. I love to play in these tournaments. There's so many people watching these games. Now when I have a chance, I try to come here every single time and do my part. I feel like every single time Team Finland plays in these tournaments, we have a chance to win, and all we can do is play our best and give ourselves the best chance possible. So you never know what's going to happen, but I'm definitely sure we will have a chance.
He has been around for a while. He's played in a ton of those That was my second ever World Championship broadcasting when he had the Michigan goal. They put it on a stamp in Finland to commemorate how special it was. And what I find interesting about Mikael Granlund, he's a very good player. But somehow when he puts on that Finnish jersey, he becomes bigger in stature and importance. What do you like about his game, and why does he work so well with this group?
It's so interesting about his personality off the ice because it's super quiet, but his personality on the ice is loud. He is everywhere. He makes the plays. He is always in front of the net. Same way that Timo Meier and Andrighetto are in front of the net, he does the same thing on the opposite end. And I think for him, he's going to be a key factor for Finland tonight.
He talked about how important it is for him to play in this tournament, how much it means to represent Finland, how much he wants to be successful for himself and his country, and he'll be a big part of it. Plays on the first line with Sasha Barkov, who, for great news, I don't know who's happier with Sasha Barkov's performance in this tournament. Is it Team Finland, or is it the Florida Panthers, who are watching him after missing the entire season, after blowing out his ACL and MCL in training camp, has come to this tournament and is playing the most minutes on Team Finland. Of course he's got a great plus-minus. Of course he is being a rock defenseman. He's been dominant in the circle. We're not surprised, but I'm a bit surprised because he hadn't played any games until coming over here. A great sign that he's healthy, but also he is the preeminent defensive center in the world, bar none. So how big does he have to be to try to slow down Switzerland?
It actually is crazy how fast that he caught up to speed, considering the injury throughout the year. I don't know if anybody realizes how hard that is to do. I think for him, though, he has to just keep playing his game. I think if he stays defensive, stays above the top of the circle, can maybe find those sweet spots and be able to play the two-way that he's been playing, he'll be good. But also setting up his teammates. Like he, obviously, you said he's with Grenland. They're also with Hinola as well, who loves to finish. So I think with that added chemistry together, they're going to crush it tonight.
Yeah, I wonder if they play him more. Because his minutes are about 18 and a half, which is not that much. He plays more than that in the NHL. He can play 25 if he wants to. And maybe they'd be building him to the one game where he doesn't play every fourth shift. He goes every second or every third because they know they need him to just settle everything down and be the defensive staple when he's out there. But when he's not, they have what they call Barkov Jr. and Anton Lundell, who plays with him in Florida and plays a lot like him. Maybe not quite as great, but still pretty darn good as well. And an offensive threat, leads Finland with power play, 3 power play goals in the tournament. When Barkov's not out there, is it Lundell's job to do what Barkov tries to do, which is control pace? And I think that's what this game is going to come down to for Finland. Can they slow down Switzerland? Can they make the game along the boards, make it a grinding game? Because when they do, Anton Lundell is exceptional at that.
Yes, he is very similar, like you said, to Barkov. He has good positioning. He's not super flashy, gets the job done, plays where he needs to play. He can read off a player so well and is able to be a playmaker too. I think, honestly, top to bottom, Finland has a very strong team.
Well, I mean, they are uniquely built to try to counteract what Switzerland does well in that they're organized, they're physical, and they have great individual defensive centermen to try to be organized on their own end. So we'll see what happens there. One of the real stories, though, for Finland has been the addition of Konsta Helenius. 20 years old, played most of the year for Buffalo's farm team in the American League. He was called up in the playoffs to help the Sabres try to beat the Montreal Canadiens and played amazing in that role. And he stepped right in onto the first line, playing with great players. And you talk about confidence. For a young guy, he carries himself with just the right amount, and I mean this in a positive way, arrogance, that great players need to have that say, I'm going to get it done. I know I will. I have that kind of confidence. And he's certainly done that. In a game that will require goals, his offensive instincts should be important for Finland.
Oh, 100%. You saw it on that finish right there. That cross the crease, one-timer finish in the back of the net is so good. He's also just really amazing at being able to separate himself from his opponent. So he's got really good top-end speed. He doesn't just stagnate the neutral zone. He uses it to excel. He uses it to attack the inside, cut to the outside, and I think this is going to be a key factor for them as well.
I like him because he wants the moment. He wants the pressure. And I covered Helenius a couple of years at the World Junior Tournament, and he was very highly touted and a lot of pressure on him there, and he was good, but he wasn't great. And I watch him now, and he is so much more a dynamic player. You talk about his speed. He's so much faster, especially through the neutral zone. And if you're going to play against Switzerland tonight, you're going to need speed throughout the brink, especially the neutral zone. Watch for Helenius to bring a lot of that. we could talk about all the stars and all the goals, but for Finland, this game is going to come down beyond goaltending, one thing and one thing only: team defense. And can they be good enough, long enough, frequently enough to slow down Switzerland? You've watched Finland play for 2 weeks now. Why is their defensive system so tough to break down?
Because they all come back together. They, honestly, I was watching how they back check on plays. They don't give up on it. We saw that a little bit in the last game where they were giving up on the back check. That's how they got one of their second goals. But I think for them, being able to come back together, being able to break the puck out together, being able to sport a little bit more through the middle, they need to be able to make those 5 to 10 foot passes.
Yeah, breaking pucks out quickly. There'll be two parts to what Finland needs to do. Obviously, you defend off the rush, force a dump in. Then you have to win a battle somewhere along the boards in your own end, break up a play, get a puck back. But that's only half of it. And a lot of people think that is defense. Just stop them. No, you got to start yourself, because if you don't get going out of your own end, which you talk about moving together as 5, then you just play more in your own end. And then you turn a puck over and it just continues. And that's when Switzerland really eats you up, is when you give them second and third looks in the offensive zone. So it's not just stopping them, but then taking the puck and doing something smart with it, something productive with it, and not giving Switzerland extra moments in the offensive zone. Finland was very good at that against Canada. They shut them down and did a really good job of it. They'll have a tougher challenge against Switzerland, but of any team in the tournament, they might be the best equipped to try to get it done, as challenging as it might be. So here we are, gold medal game in Zurich, Switzerland. Switzerland perfect 9-0. The only team that has beaten Finland has been Switzerland. They're 8-1. They're the two best teams in the tournament. I think it's pretty clear at this point. You look at the statistics, you look at the records, they are exactly where they should be. So, before we get to predictions,
okay,
I want you to just sort of outline what you think the game will look like, how the flow of the game will go.
I think both teams are going to start off a little bit rocky, and I think the momentum's going to go up and down the entire game. 1 second, Finland is going to have it. The next second, Switzerland's going to have it. But what it really comes down to is how you can control that momentum yourself and how you can build that momentum, where you're changing with possession, you're changing with territorial advantage. You're not giving them the neutral zone. You want to be able to take advantage of them on that, make them tired, wear them down for both teams. So I think if you can control that game, it's going to go in your favor.
I think it's going to be tight, and I think maybe a cautious start perhaps. It's so important to me for Finland. Like, the second goal matters more. Giving up one, play the game 1-0. Either side, if you give up the second one, 2-0, how great both these teams are defensively, that's going to be start thinking of daunting challenge as well as discipline. In a big game, discipline. These are the top 2 power plays in the tournament. You cannot take foolish penalties. You cannot run around and let the emotion of this building, which is already percolating in a major way, get the best of you, trying to give an extra shot or an extra little stick. Just got to play between the whistles. Don't worry about any of that stuff. You're not going to intimidate anybody on either of these two teams. Stay out of the box, play a 5-on-5. And the longer Finland, if they're able to, can keep this game close, the better it is for Finland. They're the underdog. They're trying to shrink the game. The shorter they can make the game, the better the chance they have to have an upset. So that is their objective as they get ready to tackle this very difficult Swiss team in the gold medal game. So that's how it's going to play out. Now it's prediction time. I'm not sure how we've done in our predictions so far, but I'll put you up there. We're 1-1 maybe. I'm not sure. So to break 500, what is your prediction gold medal match?
I'm going to go with Switzerland, mainly because that's what my heart says. I think it's going to be a very, very tough game for them regardless, and there's going to be a lot of emotions for them on both sides. But for Switzerland, having this home ice advantage, having the fans in the building, having that chemistry that they've built this entire tournament, they are going for gold, and I'm betting on it that they're going to overtime at least.
Oh, you're going overtime?
I'm going overtime.
Just to create as much drama as possible.
I love the drama.
Switzerland in overtime. Okay, I'm going for a repeat of the round-robin game. I think it's going to be 4-2 empty netter. It's going to be very close. It's going to be back and forth. It's not going to be a lot of open ice there, but I think this is the time. This is the moment for Switzerland. They've said it. They have waited not just the last couple years, but their entire lives. This golden generation of players that have taken Switzerland from a mid-level national hockey team to one of the best teams in the world, but they've not climbed and conquered the mountain just yet. Tonight's the night that they do it. They get gold, and I can only imagine what this place will sound and feel like if they're able to pull that off. So That's our prediction. We both like Switzerland. Could be good, could be bad. We'll wait and see. But either way, come back right here to IIHF TV. For the first intermission, we'll give you the highlights. Also have a couple special guests. IIHF President Luc Tardy for the first intermission, and Andreas Ambul, Swiss legend, in the second, to help us break down the game and set up what's going on here. So come right back after the first intermission. But for now, enjoy the first period of the gold medal game. Switzerland, Finland, up next.